Rudolph came tumbling out of a hole in a tree, quickly springing to his feet. The landscape was bizarre. Unlike any part of the forest he had seen before, it was still a forest, but the leaves atop them were a blue colour, and it was the colours around him that made the forest seem so strange. He was still reeling from the scene when Drew tumbled from the hole, ending up on his back, looking up at the canopy above. His arrival pulled Rudolph from his gawking. He could see the rabbit hole was quickly closing now, the grey bark too smooth for any real tree. Immediately, Rudolph began scanning the forest for signs of the three-eyed monster. He was nowhere to be seen. Worse still, the ground showed no signs of tracks. Even Rudolph's own feet were not marking the ground. "Where are we?" Drew had sat up, the bewildering environment leaving him with a stunned expression. "I don't know. This forest is very strange. Maybe it's the spirit realm?" Rudolph was not sure about anything here. Even the wind was absent. Nothing here felt like Renara. Drew climbed to his feet and brushed at his trousers before realizing there was no dirt on them, perfectly clean and undamaged. Rudolph's bow was on the ground, so he collected it and held it out. "Here." Rudolph took the bow and returned it to his back. "We need to find a village. I'm going to climb a tree and look for smoke. Stay here." Moving to the tallest tree in the area, he began to climb. He had climbed many trees in his life, but never a tree like this. Its branches as stiff as steel, their leaves were bubble-shaped, clustered together like foam on the river. Once he was at the treetop, he could see a building. Nothing like any building he'd seen before. It towered over the trees, so tall that its top was hidden among the clouds. It was several kilometers away, to the south if the sun's position could be believed. Drew waited warily, expecting the monstrous man to reappear at any moment. Rudolph's descent from the tree resulted in surprise and a case of the hiccups. "There's a building that way," Rudolph pointed. "It's a couple of hours' walk." Rudolph turned toward the tower and began walking. Drew followed as silently as his hiccups would allow. Walking through the forest only revealed more strangeness. Flowers and grass did not move underfoot, instead being intangible, passing through his feet rather than being crushed under them. There were animals in the forest, few and far between. They looked as strange as the trees, and there were no bugs at all. Walking was not tiring either, both boys noting this strangeness after an hour among the trees. The realization was no less strange, causing the further realization that neither of them was hungry or thirsty, or more precisely, they were no hungrier or thirstier than when they arrived in this world. Drew was a little hungry, but the sensation was not growing, nor did the forest seem to contain any fruit. Retrieving some of the cooked meat from his bag, Drew took a bite of it. The food vanished from his hand, and he suddenly found he was walking faster, nearly twice the speed of Rudolph now. "You don't need to walk so fast." Drew stopped. "I didn't mean to. I ate a piece of meat, and suddenly I was walking faster." Rudolph considered for a moment. "Give me a piece." Drew quickly pulled a piece from his satchel and handed it over. As with his bite, the meat vanished, and soon both boys were walking quickly. Smiles grew on their faces. Within moments, they were running as fast as wolves. They soon reached the edge of the forest, revealing the vast tower and its expansive gardens. Dozens of strange peoples were in the gardens, along with many archways. Each seemed to lead to other places. Rudolph cautiously moved onto the path, Drew following behind. Following the path seemed faster than walking in the woods, similar to the difference when they ate the food. Within a minute, they were among a group of archways. Each seemed to lead to some other land, magically transporting people to and from these places. There were strange creatures using the arches, coming and going. Rudolph could see a valley through one. It looked like Runara, familiar grass and sky, though there were different trees. At least they were the right colour. I think we should go that way, pointing at the arch. Why? It looks like Runara. Hopefully we'll be able to get you back home, or at least find somewhere that feels real. Drew frowned. I don't want to leave you alone. We can go that way if you like, but I am not going home now. We still need to find Nathan, and if we find him and he wants to go home, then I will go home too. Rudolph smiled, glad that Drew was willing to travel with him. He wanted him to be safe, but he would rather have the company. Okay then, I think we'll try this arch anyway. If he was trying to get home, maybe he went there too. Drew grinned and headed for the arch. Well then, let's give it a try.